Data warehousing the easy way with DWiz. This quick tip, designing dimension procedures. The dimension procedures, or DIM procedures, handle the loading of new data into your dimension tables. This new data has already been staged in your flat tables, so the DIM procedures determine what changes need to be applied to your warehouse dimension tables and applies them. Each DIM procedure governs the loading of one dimension table. The DIM procedure resides in the Data Mart DB along with its associated DIM table. So we will start in DWiz by going to the Data Mart DB and expanding the Stored Procedures folder, then right-clicking on the DIM Procedures folder. Next, we click on New DIM. This brings up a pop-up for creating a DIM procedure definition page, which will define the new DIM procedure. I will go to the DIM table drop-down menu and choose the one DIM table that I want this new procedure to update. For this example, I choose the DIM customer table. Now I will choose a name for my new stored procedure. While I can name it whatever I like, the usual name would be the table name plus the suffix _UPD for update. So I choose DIM customer update. Next, I will choose the primary source table for the data. I choose flat customer, which has the transform data that I will need to load my DIM table DIM customer. So we click OK, which brings up the DIM procedure definition page. You will see that the top line echoes the parameters that we had entered in the pop-up window. Stored procedure name, source table, DIM table. Next, we select the ETL group, which should normally be the same group where we had put the flat procedure. When, in the future, we compile this ETL group, it will include our new DIM procedure as part of its processing. The column list shows each DIM column destination. Make sure that View All Columns is checked so that you can see all the columns that you can work with. It is very important that you indicate the natural key of the source flat table with a 1. If the natural key includes multiple columns, then indicate all of its columns sequentially with a 1, 2, 3, etc. Note that the natural key is not the primary key of DIM customer. DWiz has made a separate surrogate primary key for the DIM table. Now, for each DIM column, we choose a column from the source flat table to copy, if available. Note the column called SCD type. This stands for Kimball's Slowly Changing Dimension Type. DWiz presently supports SCD types 1 and 2. You can change the SCD type and see the differences in the stored procedure code that DWiz generates. Now let's press the Save button, the floppy disk icon. Then let's create this procedure and see what it looks like. We can always come back to this definition page to add or edit in the future. So let's go up to the Tab menu area and click the Create Procedure button, this lightning with a pen icon. When this icon is pressed, DWiz designs the stored procedure for you. The full actual code is displayed and is complete. However, DWiz gives you this opportunity to view the code and even modify the code if you would really want to. Because the stored procedure has not yet been created in the DB. After looking at the code, press the Save Procedure button, which is the lightning over floppy disk icon. When we click this icon, the stored procedure is actually created in the Data Mart DB. And you can see it in SQL Server Management Studio. No secrets! Now that's all it takes to create a DIM procedure.